Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial Introduction on Databases. Hi everyone, myself Yogini Salunke. In previous lecture, we see Introduction to Databases, components of databases, purpose of databases, and some characteristics of database and database management system. Today we are talking about the different type of users of the databases. See, this figure shows that different type of database users over there. Basically, there are four type of basic users of DBMS system: application programmers, sophisticated users, specialized users, and naive users. So we'll see one by one what are the tasks performed by the users as well as what are the um, roles of that particular users. So the first type of user is application programmer. Application programmers are the programmers who are called as a computer professionals. They are responsible for developing application programs. Uh, for development of such application programs, they can use uh, any general purpose high level language like C language, COBOL language, Pascal language, etc. etc. But they interact with the system through the DML calls. It means they can create a program with embedded way. It means high level language program can be embedded with the SQL query, and the professional who knows that type of programming is known as application programmer. Second type of user is a sophisticated users. These are the people are computer literate peoples, as well as they called it as a computer professionals, but they do not write a program. It means to interact with the system, they can use the query language like SQL language. That type of users are called as a sophisticated user. Sophisticated users are the users who may communicate with the database directly via online terminals or indirectly via the user interfaces and application programs. These users are aware of presence of databases or presence of database system and have limited interaction with the database through the application program. Such type of users are also called as online users. It means they are um, mm, they forms a request in a database query language. Such type of users are called as a sophisticated user. Then the next type of users are the specialized users. Specialized users are also called as a sophisticated users, as well as they write a specialized database applications which do not fit into traditional data framework. Is it? It means they can write a specialized database application that do not uh, fit in our traditional framework, uh, like already available setup. They can create their own setups. They can create their own sort of frameworks for performing database queries or performing work on the DBMS system. Such type of users are called as specialized users, who are sophisticated also, who are application programmers also, and who are the combination of both. Okay. And the last type of basic user is naive users. Most of the users are the naive users because they are just using that uh, application of database management system, but they don't know how database is stored, where the database is stored. They just invoke one of the permanent application program that have been written previously. They are not writing that application program, they are just using that application, and for that no need to write any program or no need to know what is actually the database is, where the database is stored, how the information or how the data is going to be stored into the database. These are the users who are actually not aware of the presence of database, so they can just make the entry into the database. Such type of users we called it as a uh, data entry operators are the naive users. Many more examples are available in our surrounding. The people's who are working on a billing counters in different shops, like grocery shop, like medical shop, etc., etc. The peoples who are work in a banks, they can use a specific framework, they can use a specific application, but they don't know uh, where is the database available and how the data is stored into it. Clerical staff in colleges or other offices, they are just using a available framework of database, but they are not aware of presence of database or not. Such type of users are called as a nave users. Okay, they are the basic type of users. Rather than these users, there are two important users present with the database management system. One is a database administrator, and another one is a database manager. So we will talk about a database administrator. Basically, database administrator may be an individual person, or it may be the group of two person, or it may be the group of more than two persons also. They have a centralized control of the database, as well as they have a good understanding of database and coordinates all the activities of the database. There are different functions performed by the database administrator, because database administrator is the most important factor or most important user of the uh, database management system. uh, there are different functions performed by the database administrator, like they uh, defines the scheme for the database, they define different storage structures as well as accessing method for the databases, as well as uh, um, they can monitor the performance of the database system, they can modify data structures as well as data accessing methods of databases, and as well as they can grant the authority to access the database. Similarly, they provide the security. See, in this slide, you see another task performed by the database administrator, like database administrator provides a security, as well as database administrator provides a backup. Means database administrator regularly um, store the backup of database so that it can be used during the system failures. Okay, as well as DBA provides a security uh, in a different levels through the data abstraction. Then database administrator decide which type of user can work on that database. Then constraint deciding is also done through the database administrator, as well as database administrator can realize the migration process of the database management system. Database administrator provide the data integrity for the database management system. They are the most important task or most important work of database management system can be handled by these peoples or by these group of peoples.